It's not often you find an inventor, industrialist, and entrepreneur twice in one family. The Crosley brothers, Powell and Lewis, were responsible for many firsts in consumer products and broadcasting. Powell was the creative genius, and Lewis had the practical know-how to take his brother's visions and make them reality. Powell and Lewis were born and raised in Cincinnati and were intrigued by the mechanics of automobiles. By 1907, Powell Crosley had formed Marathon 6, a company where he planned to build inexpensive automobiles, but failed. Powell continued to pursue his idea of building the perfect economy cars until he fell upon the success in producing auto parts. By 1916, he co-founded the American Accessory Company, his best seller being the Tire Reliner, a product made from recycled tires mounted inside the tire to protect the inner tube from the road. On the tail of Powell's Tire Reliner and the patriotism that World War I brought in 1919, another popular product clamped flags to radiator caps and generated sales in the thousands. Powell's two secrets of success were his ability to invent useful gadgets and the business sense of his brother Lewis M. Crosley. They continued to look for ways to build products that were affordable for consumers. In 1920, Crosley introduced the first low-priced radio at $20. It later sold for $9. Crosley became the largest radio manufacturer in the world, and it earned him a reputation as the Henry Ford of radios. After his success in mass assembling radios, Powell then turned to broadcasting. In March of 1922, Crosley Broadcasting Corporation was broadcasting in 500,000 watts, the most powerful station in the world at the time. Then in 1930, the Crosley brothers introduced the first car radio. It was an idea that came from their sister. She explained that once, while on a date, she longed to listen to her favorite radio programs to overcome the awkward silence between herself and her companion, and so it was called Romeo. That same year, Powell Crosley added refrigerators and other household appliances to his products. In 1932, his patented shelves made his Shelvador refrigerators some of the best-selling models in the country. Powell Crosley was also a sports fanatic. In 1934, Crosley purchased the Cincinnati Reds professional baseball team. Crosley secured permission from the baseball commissioner to hold 7 night games at the renamed Crosley Field. On May 24, 1935, the first night game in baseball history was held between the Cincinnati Reds and the Philadelphia Phillies under newly installed electric lighting. With Powell's many successes in automotive parts and gadgets, as well as radios, he was determined to refocus his efforts on a long-standing desire to build an affordable automobile. He went back to the drawing board and in 1939 introduced to the world the first small car. In May of that year, the new car was shown at the Indianapolis Speedway. It was a 2-door convertible that weighed under 1,000 pounds and sold for $250. The power came from a 2-cylinder air-cooled engine that had the fan as an integral part of the flywheel. Powell sold the vehicles through independent appliance and department stores. Nevertheless, it did not achieve sales success. So in 1941, the body styles were expanded to include 2- and 4-passenger convertibles, a convertible sedan, a station wagon, a panel truck, a pickup, and 2 models called Parkway Delivery and Covered Wagon, a convertible pickup truck with a removable back seat. Crosley's first metal-top model, called the Liberty Sedan, was introduced in 1942. After World War II ended, Crosley went back to his love of automobiles and attempted to build an automobile empire out of the Crosley name. But after the war, gas rationing ended and the demand for bigger cars was on the rise. By 1952, Powell and his brother Lewis had closed down their operation. Just like Wilbur and Orville Wright, or Walt and Roy Disney, Powell and Lewis Crosley could not have succeeded without each other. For his creative genius, personal charisma, and flamboyant lifestyle that came to epitomize all of the Crosley Corporation's achievements, the Automotive Hall of Fame is proud to induct Powell Crosley Jr. And for his practical know-how and ability to work behind the scenes to find innovative ways to turn his brother's visions into reality, the Automotive Hall of Fame is also proud to induct Lewis M. Crosley.